Hi, everybody. Welcome to Baseball Discourse. To me, it is one of the most remarkable statistics in baseball ever. The 1960 World Series Game 7. The World Series which ended on a Bill Mazeroski walk-off home run. Except they didn't call it a walk-off home run back then. In that Game 7, won by the Pirates, there were no strikeouts. I want you to think about this for just a moment. No strikeouts by either team in Game 7 of the 1960 World Series. You had Mickey Mantle on the Yankees roster. Mantle, one of the most prolific strikeout players of his era when it comes to hitters. He's 43rd on the all-time list now, but back then he hit home runs and he struck out a lot. Didn't strike out in Game 7 of the World Series. There were no DHs in 1960. The pitcher batted at least some of the time unless being lifted for a pinch hitter late in the game. No strikeouts. Nobody, not one hitter, struck out in Game 7 of the 1960 World Series. Let's take a look, because you examine the box score and you see something very, very remarkable. No strikeouts. Game won by the Pirates on the walk-off homer by Mazeroski, 10-9, after the Yankees had tied it with 2 runs in the top of the 9th, after the Pirates had come back and scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Just a dramatic game. But take a look. Pitchers. Bob Turley was lifted early, but Lopez batted as a pinch hitter for Stafford, and then Shantz batted and went 1 for 3. Bobby Shantz, a pitcher. Think about this for just a moment. Game 7 of the World Series, and a pitcher, Bobby Shantz, batted 3 times, got a hit, didn't strike out. In fact, when you look at the numbers, Shantz was the only pitcher to bat for the Yankees in that game. The Yankees used 5 pitchers in that game, but Shantz was the only one who batted. Bob Turley never came to bat. In fact, Turley lasted just 1 inning and was lifted after giving up 3 runs on 2 hits. Bob Turley never batted. Bill Stafford came on and didn't bat. He was lifted for Hector Lopez, a pinch hitter who got a hit. And then Bobby Shantz batted 3 times. Coates never batted, Jim Coates, and then Ralph Terry never batted, but he was in there to give up that dramatic home run. No strikeouts by the Yankee pitchers. How about the Pirates? The Pirates had 1, 2, 3, 4 pitchers in the game. Harvey Haddix was the winning pitcher. Pirates had 4 pitchers in the game, and take a look. Vernon Law, 0 for 2, didn't strike out. Elroy Face never batted. Gino Cimoli, a pinch hitter, batted for Face, got a hit. And then Bob Friend, who would end up later pitching for the Yankees, never batted. And Harvey Haddix never batted. So in the game where there were no DHs, the Yankees had among their pitchers, and again, New York in that game used 5 pitchers, just 1 pitcher, Bobby Shantz, batted 3 times, and then you saw a pinch hitter. And in the case of the Pirates, who used 4 pitchers, just 1 pitcher batted, and that was Vernon Law, who batted twice. Face never batted. Cimoli pinched hit for Face, and Friend never batted. Haddix never batted, but he ended up the winning pitcher in that dramatic walk-off homer by Bill Mazeroski, who, by the way, if Mazeroski didn't hit the home run, then the next man up probably would have been a pinch hitter, because Harvey Haddix was due up next. Mazeroski batted 8th in the order. The number 8 hitter led off that dramatic last of the 9th inning at Forbes Field on Thursday, October 13th, 1960. And when you look at the overall World Series, even Mickey Mantle struck out just 9 times in the entire World Series, and the most he struck out in a game was twice. And overall, the Yankees struck out just 40 times in the entire series, and the Pirates just 26. And by the way, in Game 2 of the World Series, the only World Series where a team was in double digits in strikeouts, the only World Series game, the Yankees in Game 2 struck out 11 times. The Pirates, none. The Pirates did not strike out in the second game of the World Series either. And that was a game that the Yankees won by the score of 16-3. So just a remarkable statistic as far as I'm concerned. Game 7 of the World Series, 1960, the dramatic walk-off by Bill Mazeroski. And guess what? Nobody on either team, no one on the Yankees, no one on the Pirates, struck out. I'm not so sure you'll ever see that again. That's going to do it for Baseball Discourse. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you later.